everyone, and welcome back to Descent into Avernus. It's been a long while. It's been 20 days, 19 days, 21 days. Uh, Hopefully back on a regular schedule here. As for Soldiers of the Lich Queen, we did a little, we streamed a little recording today we streamed a recording today we recorded Friday. Mostly that's part one of a two-part one-shot. I believe we're recording part two of that this Friday.
I think so.
And based on how things are looking, I assume that's going to be streamed this coming Sunday. But I'm not quite sure. There's still stuff to talk about in terms of that campaign. But rest assured, it will be back. And you can see Ilvum and Hannibal prank people once again, maybe. Hopefully. Yes. Also, I'm going to fix my webcam for a second. Oh, nope, too much. Oh my god, this is stupid. There. We have a podcast. Apple Podcast, Spotify, and Podbean. You can check out Mix Monstrosities. Look through all of our backlog for our Pirate campaign, Beneath the Tide, and for our Wildmount set campaign, which is now going up on the podcast. You can listen to the first episode there. It's only like an hour and a bit, so it's not too much. And you can also listen to Demystifying DMing, which the Dungeon Master of Soldiers of Lich Queen, Sam, does. Gives you all those DM tips. Gives you his tips. So, without further ado, I am going to get this going. So it's been a while, so bear with me if I get any of this recap completely fucked up. But in essence, to kind of just smooth things and get things going, you all went to the Hellrider Crypt and moved through the Hellrider Crypt to sort of gain information regarding the location of the Bleeding Citadel. And in doing so, you all woke up a death knight known as Olanthius. And thankfully, no one really messed with the corpses inside the Hellrider Crypt, which would have caused Olanthius to not be an ally and fight you guys and probably kill you all. But during your descent into the Hellrider Crypt, Mortis, having just been previously resurrected not even a day ago, was killed by some mummies. The party worked together to kind of rid his body of the mummy rot curse and brought him back to life. And then, yeah, just in essence, you guys hung out in the Hellrider Crypt, got Olanthius, found him, gained an ally, and he mentioned that he would give you all the directions to the Bleeding Citadel should you head towards a location known as Kostchtchie's Maw and free the Demon Lord inside, in which, upon returning to Olanthius at the Bleeding Hellrider Crypt, he would give you directions to the Bleeding Citadel, a location you all have been trying to find for quite some time, to find the Sword of Zariel. He, however, gave you information to a location called the Arches of Ulok, which served as a teleportation gateway in Avernus. The key you needed to hold the map on your person and speak aloud the location you're planning to go to. Otherwise, going through the portal would send you to a random location in Avernus. Thankfully, it was nowhere super deadly, and you all just teleported back to the spawning trees alongside your infernal machines, your motorcycles, essentially. And that is where we're going to pick up, as you all kind of just pop through the other side of this teleport and appear in the spawning trees in Avernus. Not too far from your current destination, which is probably an hour north of here.
Oh, yeah, it's not far at all. Well,
Where'd you land us?
You can easily see the spawning trees with all the infernal chickens and stuff.
Cute.
Where's the map?
I don't have the map.
No, you threw it back at us, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Mortis is gonna pat himself down before he finds the map. Where are we heading for? Kostchtchie's Maw?
Kostchtchie's Maw.
Kostchtchie's Maw?
Kijiji
Uh,
Small, yeah.
Hey, I think you missed.
Listen, it was definitely not my fault. The archway was just janky. It hasn't been used in a while. You can't expect it to get it perfect.
Yes, it was pretty janky.
Yes.
Severin's gonna sound like Hannibal for a bit.
Mm,
Can we make a really informal, non-binding, non-soul bond to just stick together?
That sounds good to me.
Yes, they would love that a lot.
All right. Okay. Let's I guess we need to get some soul coins in our motorcycles.
No, they're still active. They should still
Oh,
be
sweet.
active from the last time. And I believe Severin is driving one, and I can't remember who's driving the other one. I believe it's Kronder, because Kronder went through first.
Yeah, did you go through first with a motorcycle or just like walk?
No, I just walked.
All right, so yeah, Severin's driving one, and I think Salen's driving one then.
Sounds good to me.
Because I don't remember. Mortis, which motorcycle are you on the back of, Salen's or Severin's?
I was on the back of Salen's.
Okay.
Cool.
Kronder, would you like to get on the back?
Yeah, will you pop a wheelie?
Of course.
Sweet.
And Lulu kind of rides on the handlebars of Severin and Kronder's motorcycle, and you all start to take off, I believe. Correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's
All
get
right.
going.
So you guys start driving past the spawning trees towards Kostchtchie's Maw, whatever you want to call it, and we'll just say for the first half hour of driving across this wasteland, because what else is going to happen? Nothing at all. Completely uneventful. More just blowing dust. More of just desert-like infernal red dust. The heat just bears down on all of you, but nothing exciting happens for your first half-hour trek. It's rather boring. And going into the second half of this journey.
If I'm on the back of a motorcycle, can I ritually cast something?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna take a couple minutes. Not yet, but like maybe half an hour before we're supposed to get there to ritually cast telepathic bond.
Alrighty.
Oh, smart.
So you start casting telepathic bond, and yeah, the next half hour just again completely uneventful. Nothing interesting to see. You drive past maybe a couple fiends just not rotting, but like just kind of laying in the dirt, unmoving, completely dead. Very low level fiends, not really worth anything. And eventually you all approach a dark chasm that gapes between two grumbling volcanoes.
Gapes.
Right? Between two grumbling volcanoes that spew lava and smoke into the hateful sky. The air trembles with the bellowing of some monstrous creature in the dark depths of this chasm. And Severin kind of pulls the motorcycle up, kind of alongside, not motorcycles, but pulls one of the Hellrides up against the side of this chasm and just kind of peers down.
Hey, Stumpy, you gonna die this time?
I really hope not. It's really starting to get exhausting.
Oh,
No
that's
kidding.
right. You're like fucked up right now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like mechanically speaking.
-4 to all dice rolls.
Ouch.
And
That shit do be hurting though.
every time you take a long rest, that number goes down by 1. The joys of being brought back by resurrection spells that are not true resurrection. Yeah, so yeah, Severin kind of stops the motorcycle, the Hellride, and kind of peers over the side and goes, "Well, it looks like it's a long way down."
Should we jump?
And it looks like it's about 500 feet down. And the entire way down, there's numerous handholds. Just abundant with handholds and footholds. Very steep and treacherous. And at the bottom, it just looks like there's tons of pools of just bubbling tar. There is dry land down there, but a lot of just pools of just solid black bubbling tar. And just more shouts coming from the pit. And at the bottom of the pit, you can see this sort of giant-like creature chained to a rock pillar and just kind of screaming.
I say we leave it.
What if it's the Lord?
I think that's probably, the Lord we're here for. I was wondering if it would be easiest to just turn into like a mountain goat or something and just down the...
Well, you can fly, and I can get to
True.
air.
I'll just wait up here then.
Or I could turn you into like an owl.
You could.
Polymorph. Owl. Think about it. You could fly, Mortis. Like, you might like it more if you're the one who's flying and you're not being carried.
And we'll still be able to talk. I don't know if you'll be able to
No.
understand though, but like we can still talk because of the bond.
Oh, yeah, you'd be hella dumb though. Should we just try to climb down and I'll keep the spells on hand if anything goes shitty?
That works for me.
I'm trying to see if I have feather fall. I don't think I do. I do not.
Damn. If that you did.
I don't think I have
There
it.
goes my jumping idea.
I don't think I have it prepared for today.
Well, I don't know how you artificers use your magic.
No, me neither. It just... No offense to either of you two nerds, but it seems nerdy.
It's pretty nerdy.
It's very nerdy.
You're both nerds. It's fine.
Yeah. I love knowing stuff.
Well, what if I turned... Can Lula be like a big mastodon and just fly us down?
Not right now.
You get the idea she wouldn't be able to...
Yeah,
No, because she has no more uses of shape change today.
Oh, okay.
She's still got like between 8 and 12 hours left.
Yeah. I forgot that Kronder was controlling Lulu for me, so.
Don't worry, I got it.
Okay, what if I polymorphed Kronder into a giant owl?
Why?
I'm willing
I
to
can
wait.
cast fly.
Oh, well, you can cast fly.
Yeah.
You
How
don't
fast
need
can
to
you
take
fly?
me for this. We
It would
should
be-
probably have a lookout as well.
It'll be about 30 feet per 6 seconds
Okay.
of flying.
I mean, I guess that's not that slow.
I have apparently an alchemical elixir that allows someone to fly, but it's very slow. It's 10 feet flying speed and it lasts 10 minutes. I don't think it would last all the way.
Just kidding. I can actually go twice as fast as I originally anticipated.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just owl down. Mortis, are you sure, really, like, you want to stand guard here?
I have a feeling something's gonna happen.
What if we need backup down there?
What she said.
Well, that's right. Sephron is a girl. What if we need backup down there?
You
Fair
should
enough.
just stick to the
Alright.
animal voice.
Polymorph me then.
Yeah, I should.
Do you want to be, I could maybe make you even into, like, a dinosaur.
How would a dinosaur climb down the chasm?
It would fly down. Or wait, what's the fucking CR of one of these things?
Are there flying dinosaurs in the book? I think there
I
are.
know there's
You-
T-Rex
Oh,
Tell-
it's a...
Triceratops.
There's a Quetzalcoatl.
Oh, those things are so cool. Big,
Yeah! They're only a CR2.
they're really big.
They're huge.
Flying dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Can you tell we're playing Tomb of Annihilation with how into dinosaurs we are?
I love dinosaurs.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves dinosaurs. They're dope.
Why did Steam just start up?
Steam
Anyways,
always wants to start up an update. It's what it
Steam
does.
owns your soul.
so what are we doing? Are we turning everyone into animals? Are we climbing down? Are we driving the motorcycle? No, don't.
Well,
drive
I
the
was
motorcycles
thinking,
down.
I would wild shape, and someone else could be polymorphed and carry the other two down, so we could save some spell slots.
Ah, I see. Smart.
Well, you know, one of us has a fly potion.
It's
Oh.
it's 10 feet of speed though.
Like, can you drop 490 feet?
And then activate. That's a good question. I don't know if I want to if my player's not here.
That's very fair.
That's
Splat.
I don't know what that means, but it sounds convincing.
Because I also do homebrewed rules for falling damage. Because falling damage is usually
Yeah.
maxed out at 20 d6.
Doesn't make sense.
But I just got rid of that restriction. So falling the entire way here would be 50 d6. Splat.
Yeah.
I mean,
bounced.
it could just be 50 damage.
True. You could survive the fall. Maybe.
It's horrifically unlikely, but yeah, I've got fly on back up if we want to
Okay.
do two large winged beasts to take us down.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a good plan.
Okay, let's do it.
Sweet. Mortis, I'm going to turn you into a giant owl because I think you are probably the heaviest. Probably.
Makes
So-
sense. He's covered in armor.
True.
Giant Mortis just turns into this giant gray fluffy owl who looks perpetually pissed off.
Yeah. The owl in the player's handbook. That owl picture.
Yes. Yes.
I also have gaseous form, so I could turn someone into a cloud. But you have a flying speed of 10 feet, and once you get to the bottom, I can just end concentration on it.
No, it's fine. We've already cast the polymorph.
True.
Yeah.
Morris is just gonna waddle over. Just waddle over.
Yeah.
And then he is going to look over, and he's just gonna turn his head 180 degrees, and just
So who's riding Mortis? Something I never thought I'd say.
I'm gonna
I
climb up onto
did
him.
not see that coming.
Alright,
I'm
so
just-
Kroner just crawls up onto the back of Mortis.
Cool. Yeah, and I will wild shape into an owl.
Like a regular sized owl?
No, yeah, like a regular ass
Okay.
owl. No, a giant one.
Okay, and Sephron will clamber up on your back.
Nice.
And then if Lulu goes, yeah, Lulu's gonna go down. Lulu's just gonna, okay, I can fly.
It's true, you can. You can fly faster than all of us, I think.
She's pretty fast.
Yeah, 120
Yeah.
feet.
That's
she-
fast.
Realistically, though, like if she did have the ability to do so right now, she could have turned into a giant mammoth because her giant mammoth form flies and easily would have taken everybody down to the chasm.
Yeah.
And I don't think she has a raised dead yet because she used that on Mortis recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't have heal, raise
Uh-oh.
dead, or shape change, or teleport.
Gross.
we need a long rest sometime soon.
We had one pretty recently.
Yeah.
Because I no longer
That's-
have
that's
mummy
even
rot,
worse.
but I also have no HP because of the mummy rot.
but that was cured, thankfully.
Mommy, it was cured, thankfully. or else I'd
also-
be super fucking dead.
Oh wait, Salen was driving, so no short rest while on the back of that motorcycle. But Kroner got a short rest, and Mortis would have had a short rest while riding on the motorcycles. So
Okay, well then let me take back a spell slot.
Cool. Yeah, are we good to just kind of swoop down?
yeah, so you guys start flying down the 500-foot chasm,
So majestic.
and yeah, you can see numerous handholds all over the side. And at the very bottom of the pit, you see this massive, giant-looking creature. Resembles a squat hill giant with short, bandy legs and a very grossly shaped head. Think Sloth from the Goonies, almost. And as you guys kind of get down there, does anyone know Giant or Abyssal? I will check Sephrin as well. She does not.
I do not. I've got
Common,
Infernal.
Elvish,
No, yeah, I've
Sylvan.
got Infernal.
Okay.
Do I have comp languages though?
Oh, no, I only have Common and Dwarvish.
Okay.
Nope, I don't have comp languages either.
Alright, so as you guys start telling them this, Giant's just like, Ugaska! Screaming in Giant, and then the language changes into something more harsh and guttural. And they can kind of see you flying, these two giant owls flying down with people on it. And it switches to speaking telepathically. And speaking to the first person who would see would be... Which owl went down first?
Probably.
Probably me.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking... I don't want to talk to myself, so... the giant is... this demon giant is going to speak to Kronder telepathically and say... Free me! Bring me my hammer!
Where's your hammer?
With Sariel.
Well, that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Who are you?
The name's Kronder. Who are you?
Kostchtchie.
One second. I'm gonna telepathic bond talk to Salen and be like, who are we supposed to be rescuing again? Salen?
Yeah, pretty sure we were supposed to be rescuing Kostchtchie, but I mean, I just assumed that we were supposed to be rescuing the Demon Lord in this mall.
You're right. 1 second.
Do you
hi
see any
again.
others?
What? Hello?
Are you a demon lord?
Yes?
How do I know I can trust you?
You're just gonna feel a smack over as Mortis leans back with one wing and smacks Chrome's over the head. Like, that was a stupid question.
You're right. I can't trust any demons. Okay. I think we're here to rescue you. We were sent by a name whose name I definitely remember.
Olanthius?
1 second. Hey, Salen, was it Olanthius that sent us?
Oh, Chrono, why are you asking me stuff? You know, I'm I'm never paying any
Yes,
attention.
it was Olanthius.
But it was. It was.
Okay. Thank you.
I was just more thinking about where's that guy that he had that thing with, and maybe we can get them back together, and wouldn't that be cute? That's where I'm at right now.
That tracks. Hi again, it's me.
Hello?
Hi. Yes, he's the one who sent us.
Okay. Is it just the two of you?
No, the owls are my transfigured compatrons.
Oh, could you all land down here and get me out of these chains?
I don't know if you feel comfortable landing. Will anything bad happen to us?
And as soon as you say that, you guys hear growling kind of coming up from the higher up parts of the chasm, and you hear Kostchtchie say in your mind, "Oh no, the guards!" And
for fuck's sakes.
rising up out of the tar, the creature that has these chains attached to its body is a chain devil. The guard of the prison. You get the idea. Killing the chain devil will probably break the chains on Kostchtchie. And yeah, you see 4 hellhounds running down the cliff faces towards you all. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yeah.
And 2 of you are giant owls.
Hmm.
Alrighty. Also, I rolled initiative already for Lulu because I added her as a Creatures would automatically roll an 18 for Lulu,
Okay. Great.
but you can
So
you
now-
can re-roll it if you would like.
Nope, that's fine.
Okay. So
What are we
Sephron.
going to do?
Sephron got a 20. All right, what Mortis get?
This is not going to go well.
And you're using the Giant Owl's initiative, so it's Dex score.
8.
Alrighty. Salen, what'd you get?
9.
Uh-oh. Kronder.
A 10.
Ooh, guys. All right.
My dice, they are rusty.
So yeah, this is gonna start. One of the Hellhounds runs and leaps through the air, and it's gonna land on the back of the giant owl that Kronder's. It's gonna land on the back of Mortis. Just this Hellhound
Fucking classic.
is now sitting on the back of this giant owl, and it's gonna make a bite attack against Kronder.
Oh, this is against Kromger.
8 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
So it lunges forward, just gets a mouthful of feathers that it rips out. All right, and that'll bring it to Sephron on the back of Salen. She's gonna see the owl that's the hellhound that's on attacking Kronder, and she is just going to do a little. Because you guys have fought these before, so you kind of know what they are resistant to and everything, which is just fire. They're immune to it. She's gonna just wave her hand through the air and shoot an acid arrow at this thing for 26 to hit. So, Cronin, you watch this thing lunges towards you, and this just streak of acid goes sailing towards it, and that hellhound takes 14 points of acid damage. And it just yelps, and it needs to make a strength saving throw, which it succeeds, so it does not fall off the owl. Bringing it to Lulu. What's Lulu gonna do?
Lulu's gonna cast Bless and move. So she's gonna cast Bless first on myself, Salen,
Okay.
and Mortis.
Okay.
And then she's gonna. What?
I was gonna say Bless is it's a D4 to
Yes.
attack rolls and saving throws, I think, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Let me. I don't actually have the spell myself, so.
Pulling it up right now. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target can add a D4 and add the number rolled to the attack or saving throw. So yeah, it's a D4 added to attacks and saving throws.
Okay.
And that's
Perfect.
concentration, and it lasts for a minute.
Yes. And then she'll move 60 feet away from us.
All right. So I imagine she's flying up 60 feet. Down 60 feet would put her towards the chain devil.
Yeah, I'm assuming more just kind of like out, away
Yeah.
from hellhounds.
Yeah, that's what they had to like jump off the rock wall to land on one of the owls.
Yeah.
Almost missed. All right. That'll bring us to one
That
of
would
these.
have been nice.
Yes, that'll bring us to one of these other hellhounds. It's gonna come running on the wall and go to leap on the giant owl that is now Salen.
Okay.
And it just leaps. It kind of loses its footing a little bit, and it falls. Because you guys are still about, let's see. I'll say you guys are still like about like 200 feet up.
Sure. Yeah.
That
sounds good.
It really wasn't super fast. Yeah, so it falls 200 feet, so it's going to take 20d6 of bludgeoning damage. Yes.
Ha.
Alright, that hellhound takes 64 points of bludgeoning damage and just yelps as it dies when it hits the bottom of this
Nice.
pit. Just scatters across the rock as it hits the bottom. Bringing us to the chain devil, who cannot reach anybody yet.
Good.
So it's just going to stand there at the bottom smiling. Bringing it to another
Not
hellhound, who is going to try to jump on the owl that's carrying Kronder.
What the fuck?
It barely misses. Like, it catches the back and just pulls itself up onto the owl. And as it's pulling itself up onto the owl, it is going to use its fire breath. Just... So, I need Mortis using the giant owl statistics, and Kronder to make dexterity saving throws.
Woo!
I'm great at those.
Blessed.
Yes, plus a d4 because of bless.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. I got a
son of
natural
a-
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's. I'm gonna save that. Wait, let's see if this works. Oh.
I will say the DC is relatively low. So, obviously,
Eight.
Eight?
8 from Mortis.
Okay, yeah. You both take. It's a fail, so you both. The fire just wraps around both of you, and you take 22 points of fire damage.
Oof.
That doesn't feel great.
No.
Mortis is not a giant owl anymore.
Oh.
All
Fucking
right.
knew it.
Kronder and Mortis plummet.
Are now plummeting towards the
So, the
ground.
thing with Xanathar is. So, Xanathar's guide has a rule for falling damage. Is you fall up to 500 feet automatically, or 300 feet automatically.
What?
So, you guys plummet the 200 feet. So.
Wait. Do I have something for this?
Well,
Do I have something
If
for
it's a
this?
reaction, yes. It'd have to be a reaction as you're falling.
Shit, that's a bonus action.
I don't suppose shield would help me at all.
I was gonna say, gonna pop a shield and let's see what happens.
Okay. I will allow you to attempt to see if you can lower the damage by using a shield spell. I don't think pulling out your own shield would do much, but I will allow Kroner to cast shield before he hits the bottom.
No, but I have shield as well.
Oh, okay. So you both cast shield before you hit the bottom? Alright, I'll say that halves the falling damage then.
Weapon.
So instead of taking 66 bludgeoning damage each, you both take 33.
Okay.
So yeah, Salen, you're on your owl form. Sephron just is on your back, and you both just see
Yeah.
the two of them. Mortis drops out of owl form, and the two of them just plummet. Oh shit! The Hellhound also plummets
Yep.
and takes 66 points of bludgeoning damage. So that Hellhound, both Hellhounds that were on that owl actually both die. So
I am unconscious.
okay. So you bottom, and then the two Hellhounds just,
Oh.
and then Mortis hits the ground.
Shit.
Probably bounces and gets up looking very rough.
Still prone.
Still prone then.
Yes, because you fell.
Okay.
And Kronder is unfortunately unconscious. Shit. Bringing it to Kronder.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't want to use that d20.
And still 200 feet away.
Ooh. Wait, this is a saving throw, right?
Correct. Death saving throw. You can add a d4 to it.
11.
11 is a success.
It was a 7, and then I rolled a 4.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
Nice. All right. That is your turn, Kronder. I am so sorry. That'll bring us to the last Hellhound that is alive. And it is just going to make a dex save and just try to keep dexterity check and just run down the rock wall. It does not want to jump on an owl right now.
Smart.
So it's going to run down the rock face. Oh my god! It slips a little, but maintains its momentum, and does a dash action and movement to get 100 feet down. Just that'll bring us to Salen.
Sweet. Yeah.
You saw Kronder and Mortis plummet 200 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Mortis
I'm
kind
gonna
of
move.
bounced with a shield. Kroner also bounced with a shield spell, but it wasn't enough to stop Kroner from just getting knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my action to dash and try to get to my allies.
All right. How much movement speed is an owl? 60?
Yeah, so that's 120.
Yeah, 120 down there. All right.
Maybe Saffron has a healing spell that's in range.
Sephron does, but her turn is not here yet.
No.
That brings it to Mortis. You are prone on the ground. You see Kroner beside you. Shin bone kind of sticking out.
How far is Kromder from
5
me?
feet beside you. You guys hit the ground side by side. The Hellhounds are also, the two dead Hellhounds are also within 5 feet.
Kind of iconic of us, though. Like, best friends.
Old man squad.
And the Chain Devil is also about 10 feet away, standing in the tar, staring right at you.
That's really
Okay.
unfortunate.
You know what? That makes up my mind. Can I cast a circle? Actually, I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up.
All right. Sorry, the tar, you would have landed in, you landed on the hard ground. There's a tar pool beside you. I was going to say if you landed in the tar, it would have.
Started sinking
No,
immediately.
it would have counted as difficult terrain. So half movement to
Oh.
stand up in difficult terrain is full movement.
Okay.
But the tar pools, the chain devil is standing in one of them, and the tar pools are all considered difficult terrain. And most of this ground down here is tar pools. You and Kronder are kind of on the only bit of solid ground.
Okay.
Thank you, oh kind of benevolent being.
Pretty chill of you.
So yeah,
Yeah.
half movement so you just stand up, Mortis. What else are you doing?
Appreciate it.
He's going to stand up and then he's going to cast Magic Circle around. He's going to drop his shield and cast Magic Circle around himself and Cromder.
Excellent. All right.
Any creature that enters, it cannot. And no creatures can enter the circle by non-magical.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you have to choose a creature type between out of celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead.
Fey.
Choose fey.
Definitely fiend.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, cannot willingly enter the 10-foot radius, 20-foot high cylinder of this magical energy. Cannot willingly enter by non-magical means. If it tries to teleport or use interplanar travel to do so, it must first succeed in a charisma save. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder. And targets within this cylinder cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creature. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And if you cast it in the reverse direction, you can actually prevent creatures from leaving the circle.
Binding circle.
So that's what you do. That's your turn.
That is my turn.
Very smart. All right.
Great choice.
That'll bring us back to the top with actually Sephirin. And Sephirin is kind of on the back of this giant owl.
Just fully dive bombing.
She's going to cast Mass Healing Word on Kronder and Mortis. So both Kronder and Mortis get, not great, 6 hit points back.
Oh, better than nothing.
Yeah, so that's action to cast Mass Healing. Oh, bonus action to cast Mass Healing Word. And then action is going to cast a cantrip, because you're allowed to do that, and she's going to chuck another acid splash down at the Chain Devil. Oh, for a 12 to hit. Unfortunately, does not hit the Chain Devil. The acid kind of just splashes in the tar around the Chain Devil. The Chain Devil just laughs, just bringing it to Lulu. Kronder, you're now conscious, by the way, but prone.
Great. I love that for me. Hate that for everybody else. Lulu's gonna start kind of like slowly and gingerly making her way down.
Okay.
And that's it.
Sounds good. That'll bring us to the Chain Devil, who can't reach anyone, or can. Yes, chains have 10-foot reach, but his attacks would be disadvantage, getting into creatures in the sphere, in the circle rather. So he's
Mortis flips the Chain Devil off.
He's going to use 2 attacks and send 2 chains at Mortis. Then, just
Thank God.
with disadvantage though. The first chain, I rolled, no joke, I rolled 2 natural 20s.
Oh no! Well, that's it. I'm unconscious.
Not manipulating the dice or anything. I am taking a picture right now.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I'm dead again. That's
I have
it.
to stop playing D&D because my DMs keep constantly rolling nat 20s against me.
Oh man, that how do you roll 2 nat 20s with disadvantage? That is insane. Oh my god. Okay, so also the crit rules change. I'm not doing max damage plus roll damage because that's really deadly. I'm going back to the rules as written, so dice doubled plus modifier. So so Mortis, you take 12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And you are grappled. And you are also restrained by these chains. And the second chain, since it can't hit you technically, is going to go for the only other target within 10 feet, which is unfortunately going to be Kronder. But with no, straight attack roll because Kronder is prone.
These aren't ranged attacks.
They are not. Would have been disadvantaged because of the. You know what? I'm still going to say it's disadvantaged because of the magic circle. Okay, I rolled a 17 and a 5, so with disadvantage, that brings the 5 to a 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
So, and Magic Circle isn't a concentration spell, so it stays up.
Correct, it does.
Nice.
Alrighty, and it lasts for 1 hour, yeah. Alright, so yeah, the chains, Mortis is grappled. That'll be the Chain Devil's turn, I think. Bringing it to Kronder, you're prone, but very much alive. Mortis is grappled by these infernal chains.
He's quite pissed off right now.
Exact. I'm gonna cast Sickening Radiance.
Okay. That's a saving throw, right?
Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw.
19, 12 plus 7.
That's a save.
So just...
But it takes half damage.
Yes, it does.
The
Chain Devil finally gets damaged.
Oh, okay. 5, 10, 15 plus 9. 9 plus 5 is 13. So 23 divided by 2 is 11 points of radiant damage.
Alrighty. Alright, and on your turn, it looked like it was gonna like use it was like trying to use its reaction to kind of make an illusion of one of your like departed loved ones that was mutilated by these chains. But because of the magic circle, it did not work because you were immune to the frightened condition while inside that circle. And it's just like, looks a little annoyed.
Okay, do I have any bonus action thing I want to do? No, I do not.
Okay. Alright, half movement to stand up? You already stood up, never mind.
Yeah, I stood up.
Alright. The remaining Hellhound is going to use movement and dash to get to the bottom of the pit. And it's about 20 feet away or no, this is big bottom of the pit. It's about 30 feet away from Kronder and Mortis. But it also
how big is my spell?
Sickening Radiance?
Yeah.
It should say, I believe it is, pulling it up.
30-foot radius.
So it does have to make the save as soon as it enters the area.
Yes.
Constitution for a Hellhound. That is 16 plus 2 for an 18.
That will also save, but it's still half damage.
Alright.
At least. 1, 4, 10, 14. 7 points of radiant damage.
Alright. It yelps out, bringing it to Salen.
Okay. I'm going to swoop down and make an attack. With letting Sephron off my back.
Sephron would have to use their movement to climb off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to. How far away from me is the Hellhound right now?
Like literally, like right below you, about 10 feet.
Sick. I am going to use 10 feet of my movement to make an attack on that Hellhound.
Go for it.
Just a Talons attack.
Go for it. You swoop down and
Classic.
claw it with your talons.
Yeah, 16
Oh yeah.
plus 3. Cool.
Yeah, that hits. You swoop down and grab it with your talons.
That's 2d6 of magical owl damage, and that is going to be 10 points.
10 points of magical owl damage?
Of magical slashing damage, yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Yeah, then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get out of the Hellhound's melee.
Okay.
Not provoking an opportunity attack.
No, because of flyby.
Owl.
That's right.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to, land on the ground so Suffering can get off.
Okay. That'll bring it to Mortis. Mortis, at the start of your turn, because of how Chain Devils work, you take 2d6 piercing damage. So you take 4 piercing damage as these chains constrict into you.
Damage.
Now, yeah, so you're restrained. You can try to break out of the chains if you'd like. You can attack the chains if you'd like. Yeah. But you cannot
What
move
would I?
while restrained.
What would I need to do to break out of them?
Athletics check.
You know what? That would be worth it.
But no bless, because it's not an attack roll or a saving throw.
That doesn't matter. I have +7 to athletics, so this
Alright.
may be worth it.
So yeah, it's using your action to break out. Athletics check.
Yes. 3, 2, 1. 12.
12.
Oh, 19! 19, sorry.
Okay. You just...
That's more than 12.
Yeah, 12 would not have made
Yeah.
it. You struggle and you break out of the chains. You're no longer
Nice.
grappled and restrained. But it was your action to break out.
Am I still standing where I was?
Yes.
So I'm still inside the magic circle.
Correct.
Actions, bonus actions. Alright. Mortis is going to cast Shield of Faith on himself again.
Okay. Anything else, Mortis?
That'll be everything.
Alright, that brings us back to the top to Sephron. Sephron is going to use like 10 feet of movement to get off the owl and look at this chain devil, I think, and cast, let's see, yeah, cast Acid Arrow on it again at 2nd level, I think. Or wait, hold on. Yeah, Acid Arrow at 2nd level. So another bolt of light acid goes sailing towards this chain devil. It hits, slamming into the chain devil's chest. The chain devil takes 13 points of acid damage. And then as a bonus action, Sephron will, I believe, Schvatz can do stuff on a bonus action.
Or shot.
Yeah, so Schvatz is going to fly over and do the Force Strike. I believe that. Yeah, whatever, sure. For a 21 to hit. So the little Schvatz flies over and just lets out this blast of force energy, dealing 5 force damage to the chain devil. And then Schvatz flies back, and that'll be Sephron's turn, I believe, bringing it to Lulu. Crownder.
Lulu.
What's Lulu up to?
Oh fuck, I'm sorry. She's gonna move and action dash so that she can get into the magic circle, but like
Okay.
in a way that she can like circumvent being attacked. And she's gonna like stay behind Mortis.
Okay. That'll bring us to the chain devil, who's going to use its action to animate its chains.
But it's gonna make a constitution saving throw
That's
first.
right.
Yes.
17, 10 plus 7.
I think that's my DC. That is my DC.
Okay.
But he still takes 10, 16, no, 18, 24. 12 points of radiant damage.
12 points of radiant damage. Nice. Just, grunts as this radiant damage just burns into his flesh, and he then uses his action to animate 4 chains out of the tar that kind of wriggle and come to life and sort of float in the air, giving him more than 2 attacks per turn. He can now get 6 total.
Great. Huge fan of that. Glad I'm in the circle.
Bringing it to Crownder.
Great. I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead
All right, on the chain devil or the hellhound?
on the chain devil.
Alrighty.
No. Actually, on the Hellhound. On the
All right,
Hellhound.
wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. 15 plus 1 for a 16.
Fails.
It's all right. 2d12, I believe.
Yeah. 17 points of necrotic
Ooh,
damage.
nice. It kind of just like starts pawing at its head, where these like just invisible bells are like ringing in its head, and it looks like it's not doing so good. Kind of like
Yeah.
fire is like leaking out of its ear.
Yes.
I'm like shaking my staff like a rattlesnake tail.
Excellent. Anything else, Kroner?
No, that's it for now.
All right, that'll bring it to that Hellhound, who's going to shake it off.
Make a Constitution saving
Make
throw.
a Constitution saving throw. That's most likely a fail. Yeah, that's a 10.
It's a failure.
So it shakes its head from the Toll the Dead, and then the sickening radiance just kind of crackles against its skin.
It's 20 points of radiant damage, and it suffers a level of exhaustion if it's still alive.
No, it's not. It goes to lunge forward, and then it just and drops to the ground dead. So there is only the Chain Devil left. Bringing it to Salen.
Cool.
And Salen, you're not in the magic circles, so the Chain Devil's going to use its reaction and do Unnerving Mask. And you see a visage of your father and mother on the ground of this pit just being eviscerated by hellhounds that no one else sees. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You still have blessed.
And I'm blessed?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to d4 to that.
Oh my gosh. That's so bad. That is going to be...
Druid, you're built for wisdom.
I know, I rolled shit though. That's going to be a 16.
Oh, 16 succeeds.
Oh, cool.
So you're not frightened.
I got a 5.
Yeah, so you're not frightened until the end of your turn.
Nice.
So you're all good.
I'm
So,
not frightened.
You see these images, and they kind of, as soon as you shake it out of your head, they dissipate, bringing it to your turn.
My parents would be caught dead in this shithole. Dang. Only works on creatures, which is such a bummer. I'm going to...
Fiend counts as a creature. Fiends count as creatures.
Oh no, the chains though.
Oh yes.
Boop boop boop.
Yeah, technically right now it can attack 6 times.
Yeah, which is super bad. So I am going to boop boop grab from just one of my many crappily sewed on pockets just a sprig of holly with some nice fresh looking berries on it. I'm going to cast Conjure Woodland Beings.
Okay.
And I am going to conjure 4 satyrs.
4 satyrs. Okay.
Yeah.
I will add those to the initiative roll. Do they go after you?
They have their own initiative.
All right.
Yeah.
Would you like me to roll their initiative? Or would you
Sure.
like to? Okay.
Yeah, and roll initiative as a group.
And are they controlled by you, or are they?
Don't say any verbal commands.
Right, cool. So
yeah.
+3 to initiative.
And then if I don't, they'll attack any hostile creatures, but otherwise take no actions.
Woohoo!
Yes, you guys see Salen kind of wave her hands, and 3, 5, 4. Natural 20 on that one. As 4 of these little like Mr. Tumnesses appear.
Yep.
Well, they're medium sized, but they all appear at the bottom of this pit, looking around like, hey, it's going.
Bill, Barry, Simon, Jeff.
I'm so excited for the Satyr player race that comes out in a couple of days.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Satyr bards. Okay. Adding in their stats into the initiative tracker. All right. So yeah, you conjure woodland things. You conjure 4 of these satyrs at the bottom of the pit, and they're like, "Hey, how's it going?" Talking to each other.
Hi.
And then they see the situation, and they're like, "Oh." Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just probably gonna be like, fuck that devil right up.
All right. That'll bring us to Mortis then. Mortis, you're in this magic circle, and you just see 4 little goat men appear. Well, not goat men, but like Well, sort of
Men
goat.
goats. Goat men. Yeah.
Stout male humans with furry lower bodies and cloven hooves of goats.
Goat men.
Perverts.
4 Mr. Tumnuses.
Pervert.
Perverts.
Yeah.
So, Morty, what you doing?
How far is it to the Chain Devil from Mortis?
10 feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
Rough terrain.
Yep.
So that would make it 20 feet?
No.
15
He's 10 feet away. He's standing in the tar, but you could get to him without going into the tar.
Okay. Hmm. Down goes Shield of Faith. Mortis is gonna reach out for an inflict wounds.
So you're gonna walk up to him and do inflict wounds.
Yes.
Okay, make an attack roll.
So you're just gonna see, you're just gonna see him like with the shield move forward and then touch him with the hammer and cast an inflict wounds for 26.
To hit?
Natural 20.
Yeah. So roll damage and then multiply it by 2, and then add modifier at the end. Which he doesn't have one for inflict wounds, so just roll damage and
it's a
multiply
spell.
it. Yeah.
20. So what is it?
Roll damage and then multiply it by 2.
52 damage total.
Mortis, you walk forward, and how do you want to do this?
He's just gonna. It's every inch the professional soldier, as he walks forward with his shield protecting him, the hammer at his side, and as the like he's totally unflinching, totally fearless, and as the Chain Devil comes towards him, he reaches out and just lightly touches the Chain Devil, and all you see is the force just blast from his fist into the body of the devil,
All right.
and the necrotic energy just blasts out.
Yeah, the Chain Devil just gets hit, and its entire body just like convulses, and then just explodes. The chains all shatter, and you all see Kostchtchie just pull himself free of the chains, and that ends the encounter.
Hey.
The satyrs are just like, oh,
Oh.
I'll end Thickening Radiance.
okay.
Because
And
technically the satyrs probably would have had to take the
they
damage.
would have, yes.
Yeah.
And
Sorry, guys.
as that happens, Kostchtchie screams out loud in giant, a language none of you understand, just says, Ugaska! And he stands up, casts a spell, turns himself into a cloudy mist, and just flies with a flying speed of 300 feet upwards, dashes, and is gone.
We didn't need anything from him, did we?
I hope not.
I don't think
I
so.
don't remember.
I assume Olanthius would know that we freed him.
I hope so.
I think everyone's gonna know. Yeah. Also, you four can go. Sorry about that. I thought we'd be fighting for longer.
Where are we gonna go?
Oh, back to the Feywild.
We don't have planar travel.
I'm pretty sure they
wouldn't
disappear
this
when
once the spell dissipates, they would be.
How long does the spell last for?
Up to an hour.
Is it concentration?
It is.
Okay, so you end concentration then?
Boop, 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 boop.
If you end concentration, they disappear.
Yes.
Okay. So like, oh, okay. And
Yeah.
And they just wave goodbye, and the four of them just disappear, having not done a single thing.
They seem nice.
They are nice. They are really horny though. Like it's a lot.
Yes, they have.
Like
They have horns on their head.
anyways.
Good joke.
Sephirin is going to. How does Kronder look?
Like he's at 6 out of 51
Okay.
HP.
Mortis isn't looking much better himself.
Alright, Sephrin is gonna burn a 3rd level spell slot and cast Cure Wounds on Kronder.
Thanks.
Kronder, you get 12 additional hit points, which is not great.
Doesn't she have like a thing that makes her healing better?
Yeah.
Not sure. Let me check.
Mortis is just gonna burn 30 lay on hand points for now. That brings him up to 48.
Anyone
Yes,
else?
restorative reagents. Oh, you have to drink one of the
Has to be
potions
a
that she
potion.
has, and the only one she has
Yeah.
is the flight one. So unfortunately, no.
So Mortis is he's gonna look up the wall and he's so now that we're down here, how the hell are we getting out of here?
Climbing.
Climbing, yeah.
I can also turn someone into a fart cloud. Gaseous form. I still have my flying potion.
Fur cloud.
I'm just gonna cast Fly on myself.
What about you, Salen? How are you getting out?
Oh, I can probably just climb pretty well. I feel pretty good about myself and my ability to do that.
Alright, I think I am going to fly up myself, but I'm going to turn myself into a cloud. I don't trust my potion lasting enough for me to get out.
What does you want me to climb up as a giant goat and you can get on my back?
Works for me. Mortis is gonna fashion himself. He's gonna take his rope out, and if you turn into the goat, Mortis is gonna make himself like a seatbelt, lash himself to your top, to your back, so he doesn't like get thrown off while you're bouncing from one to the other.
Alright, as you guys are doing that, Sephrin is going to cast Gaseous Form on himself.
Yeah.
And turn into a cloud. And start slowly flying up 10 feet, doing dash actions to go 20 feet at a time. Just floating up as a wispy cloud.
Yeah.
And as they're climbing the hill, Mortis starts singing a Maori bar song about the goat warriors of the dwarven mines or something like that.
Okay.
Phelan is gonna like bleat along.
Right. So, as you're climbing as a goat,
Meh.
I need
Yeah.
an athletics check using the goat's strength modifier.
Okay.
I'll say advantage because of its sure-footed ability.
Ooh, heck yeah. Okay.
And Krona, you're casting
Heck yeah.
fly. You're casting fly on yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just flying up.
Yeah.
Sephrin is just a cloud that can't talk.
Yeah, that's gonna be 21.
21.
Yeah.
And your climbing speed is, we'll say 40 feet, the same that you have for your movement speed. So.
Cool.
Yeah, you go. Are you dashing as well? So 80 feet.
Yeah, I'll dash.
Okay, so Mortis, she's just hopping up the handholds as a goat, 80 feet up. Kronder's kind of flying up as well. Lulu's flying up, and then Sephrin just this fart cloud going up.
Mortis is just bouncing on the back of Salen.
All right. For the next 80 feet, I need another athletics check with advantage for the goat.
Oh boy. Ooh, that is gonna be a 19.
19 succeeds, and you go up another 80 feet. So you're at 160 feet up. And just so that's 80, 160. I need another athletics check for the next 160 feet.
That's not as good. That's just gonna be a 13.
13 fails.
Fuck.
You don't fall, but you don't gain any movement on that turn.
Okay.
So you're currently 320 feet up, I believe. Yes.
Nice.
So yeah, you guys kind of see, Krona, you're kind of flying up. You kind of see Salen halt a little bit as like one of the rocks she was going to jump to kind of crumbles away. You can make another athletics check to get the rest of the way up, I believe. You'd be 20.
That's cocked.
You'd be 20 feet out if you on the next one.
Ooh, yeah, that's not gonna work again. That's gonna be a 9.
A 9.
Yeah.
Okay. That fails by 5 or more.
Shit.
Doesn't sound good.
The goat
No.
and Mortis slip off the wall, and
Can Mortis make an athletic check to try and stop them from falling?
to like try to grab onto a ledge.
Yeah.
Sure. Give me an athletics check. Try to like grab onto a ledge on the back, so if you don't use your strength to hold you and this giant goat up.
8.
8.
Oh.
No. The both of you kind of just tumble over the side and start falling. And I said you were how many feet up?
It would have been 100.
3.
Yeah, 120 times 2, so
240.
240. So you're gonna take 20 d6 of bludgeoning damage.
Yikes, Mortis.
Okay. So yeah, the goat just and then you both take 79 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh yeah, I'm dead.
So goat form drops. How much damage is carrying over from that? You had 19 as a goat.
Yeah, 19 as a
so
goat.
60 damage to Salen.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Unconscious.
That's more than your max HP.
Yeah, my max HP is 50.
You'd still be alive.
Okay.
Yeah, because you'd have to be reduced to 0 and then take 50 hit points additionally to. You have to take your max HP and damage when you're at 0 to.
Okay. Cool.
Die. So if you take like 51 points of damage when you're at 0, then you die. So you're unconscious.
What was the amount again?
79.
Is Mortis dead?
Mortis survives, but he is unconscious and broken at the bottom.
So Kronder, Lulu, and Sephron just see the goat tumble over the side, and both of them unconscious. Sephron's gonna change direction and start flying back down.
Yeah, Lulu, you should probably head down too.
All you hear through the telepathic bond as they
As they're
fall,
falling.
as this is why we should have flown.
And Sephron gets to the bottom.
Oh, I thought it'd be so much easier.
Technically, Lulu would have gotten to the bottom first.
Lulu would get to the bottom super first.
And she has 2 uses of Cure Wounds that she will impart on to each.
Sephron is still going to go to the bottom. Because I don't. Do you have any other use? There's any other way for you two to get up, is there?
I mean, if we take a short rest, I can get my wild shapes back.
What's the wisdom?
Sephron's
Okay,
also
so 9 to Salen.
Okay.
Nice.
And 8 to Mortis.
So you're both back to being conscious. Any like broken bones you took in the fall are like magically healed.
How long does Sephron's gaseous form hold for?
Good question. 1 hour concentration.
Okay. I will fly down, touch both Salen and Mortis, and recast fly at 5th level.
Whew.
Okay, so you all have fly, and Sephron sees what you're doing, and Sephron goes back up again.
Mortis is beaten and bruised and broken, and he's just like, I hate this place so much right now.
Yeah, you guys took a pretty good tumble.
It was really fun for me for a minute, maybe.
30 seconds, maybe.
Yeah, about that.
Imagine if you fell all the way.
Or
No,
if we didn't
thanks.
have Lulu around here.
Yeah, I don't want to imagine that.
But for the sake of time, you do all get back to the top of the pit, and just as you get to the top of the pit, Sephron ends concentration on gaseous form, and just goes, "Well, that could have gone better, I think. We had more issues getting out than we did fighting the guards."
Could have gone worse.
Mortis is
Who
gonna
wants to
tap.
jump her? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Mortis is gonna tap Salen. for 11 points of healing.
Thanks.
He's going to give himself 14.
And as you all kind of ascend out of the pit, you all can level up to 10th level.
Yeah, we
Whoa.
fucking can.
I will not level up Sephron, though.
Okay.
No, you won't. Sorry.
Nope.
I just like really amped
You're
about
just-
leveling up.
Stoked.
Should we take a short rest here?
Yes, please.
We could take it long. No?
We actually just took a long.
That's right. Okay, everyone can get the benefits of a short rest. As, like, you guys kind of, like, dust off your wounds. Focus on what you need to do. Prepare the motorcycles for the continuation of the trip to jump Harriman's Hill, possibly.
That sucks.
So you're all getting the benefits of a short rest. Sephron did not lose any hit points, so...
Wow, must be nice.
Wow.
I don't think artificers get anything from short rests. Not really.
Okay, what happens to me at 10th level? Empowered evocation. I can add my intelligence modifier to 1 damage roll of any evocation spell I cast.
And you can roll. Anyone having remaining hit dice can roll their hit dice.
Yeah.
I actually have not used any hit dice in a while, I think.
Nor have I. But I do have to add
Ew.
more spells. How many more spells do I have to add?
Message.
21. Hell yeah. Cool. Okay.
D10, it's D12, D8. That's 3.
Oh, and a new cantrip. It's pretty tight.
I get Aura of Courage. Anyone within 10... Any friends...
Okay. I should...
Oh,
Oh shit, is Alex frozen?
yeah.
Damn.
That sucks.
Yeah.
He's definitely about to tell us something real cool.
Aura of Courage.
Aura of Courage is pretty cool.
Yeah. I can be an elemental.
Nice.
Nice.
Yay.
That's gonna come in handy.
Yes, it will.
Let's pull up those stats because I need more tabs open.
I'm gonna take frostbite.
Actually, let's just open up the monster manual. That's way easier.
There we go.
Hey, you're back.
So,
Yeah, my internet's being weird.
but,
Okay.
yeah, so as you guys are, like, getting ready to continue on, Sephron's kind of setting up one of the other infernal machines, getting it ready, like, checking it over for any minute details.
Mhm.
Oh, I can get new spell. Oh, we need 300 gold worth of diamonds.
Revivify?
Oh, yes.
Sephron's got Revivify as well. But no... Sephron has a 5,000 diamond?
Huh.
Jesus.
Oh, for the homunculus, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay. I've chosen 1 spell.
Within 10 feet. This is all within 10 feet. And since I'm a...
It just like sucks because there's a lot of the fucking the con save things,
Yeah.
which like most fiends are pretty good at.
Crusader's Mantle.
I have to wait to pick my spell.
Yeah.
Daylight. No.
I do have daylight prepared.
Alright,
Spirit Shroud. No, that doesn't work because I usually...
I'm gonna take Storm Sphere. Mostly just 'cause I want it.
You know what? Remove curse, because I have an odd feeling that is going to come in handy at some point.
I have removed curse. I learned it from a spellbook.
So, do you think we should start heading back, possibly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we jumping Harriman's Hill? Was that the discussion?
We said we would do that. We did.
I'm very pro that, but also there's a good chance people will die.
Well, I mean, I don't think you die if you fall in the river Styx. I think it just addles your brain quite extensively.
I would
You would
rather
know.
die. Meow.
And then
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we have a better way to get across it, really, with our Devil's Rides.
True.
But the only person we know who's jumped Harriman's Hill was that Smiler guy, and he seemed super unreliable.
Can you cast fly on objects?
I don't think so. Let me just look at my spellbook really
I
quickly.
don't think you can. It's just on creatures.
And so yeah, it's a willing creature.
That's unfortunate.
I mean, yeah, there's really no other way across, really.
Yeah. I mean, I'm game to try. Worst comes to worst, I'll polymorph someone into a big flying dinosaur who will then swoop and save us.
I mean, I think there's a chance you can swim around in the river Styx without getting addled, but you have to do really good stuff with your dice rolls.
I really wouldn't trust my luck with that. I'll be honest.
I'd just rather not interact with the river at all.
I have to agree.
All right, let's jump it.
All right. Well, who's going to steer the vehicle? Who's going to be the one responsible for steering each of these devil rides?
I'm gonna not steer one of them because if it looks like we're not gonna make it, I'm gonna cast fly.
Mortis will take one then, because
All right.
that's all he can really do.
I'll take one, and
Okay.
if everything's going to go bad, I will drink my flying potion before we jump it.
Okay, perfect. So Kronder's good. You've got the flying potion. You
Yes.
two, I think, should go together. And then if things look bad, I will turn myself into a giant dinosaur and grab Mortis.
And then we lose the bikes into the river Styx, if that
And-
happens.
The bikes.
Only if it goes bad.
But I'll be a huge dinosaur and I can probably fly us there.
True.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, so is that the plan then? We're going to jump Harriman's Hill?
Wait, if
Wait, why don't I
Okay.
just turn myself into a huge dinosaur and carry them over?
aren't they like really heavy?
They're pretty heavy. They are,
They are.
I have right here, 500 pounds each.
Oof. I mean, it would be a 15 strength, and it's a huge beast. I always forget what the math for carrying capacity is.
Yeah, it's tricky.
It is. Oh no, now I'm just looking at it generally, not
Strength,
these
your
specific-
carrying capacity is your strength score multiplied by 15.
Okay.
So whatever the strength score is multiplied by 15.
I think it's like bigger, like. Yeah, for each size character, you double it. So it would be times 2 times 2.
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah, so 15 times the strength score of the Quetzalcoatl
Mm-hmm.
times 2 times 2. So times 4
Mhm.
total.
Yes.
Okay, so what's its strength score?
It's 15, so that would be
15 times
think,
15
yeah.
times 4. Its carrying capacity is 900 pounds.
mm-hmm.
So it could carry each bike over and then have to go back to the other side, grab the other one. Or wait, no. Yes, it'd have to carry each bike one at a time.
Mm-hmm. probably with outriders.
Correct, with outriders.
Yeah, it would be a lot of trips.
Yeah.
So we could do that, but that sounds really boring. So I say we jump it, and the dinosaur is a last resort.
Yeah, maybe if you could save one of them when you turn into a dinosaur.
set
if it
your
goes
goal.
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
But also, Sephron, if you do have a way to fly, maybe I could drive.
Okay,
Okay.
I would get on the back then.
I just really want to roll for it.
All right, she climbs off the bike and gets on the back. Whenever you're ready.
Mortis is revving his engine very
Are we able
impatiently.
to get blessed again?
I'm trying to think.
Is that a thing someone can do?
This wouldn't be a saving throw; it'd be an ability check.
Oh, okay.
Using the vehicle's dexterity modifier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Plus 4 is pretty good.
If it moves,
Okay.
if it moves at least 30 feet in a straight line, it can clear a distance of up to 60 feet when jumping over a chasm, ravine, or other gap. Each foot it clears on the jump costs a foot of movement. So,
Oh.
yeah,
So how wide is the river Styx?
you don't really know at that point.
Yeah.
You could probably
give it a
jump.
try.
You can try jumping it. Yeah.
We're gonna try.
Let's do it.
All right. So you guys start revving towards the Harriman's Hill then.
Yeah.
When we get super close, I'm going to, because Mortis is driving and I'm on the back of that one, right?
Yes.
What is the jump again?
So for the jump for the Devil's Ride, if the Devil's Ride moves at least 30 feet in a straight line, it can clear a distance of up to 60 feet when jumping over a chasm, ravine, or other gap. Each foot it clears in the jump costs a foot of movement, and it has a total of 120 feet of movement. I think you froze again. Maybe. Can't tell. Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Sephron is just gonna get on the back of, as you guys start approaching Harriman's Hill, Sephron on the back of Kronder's is just gonna drink that alchemical elixir.
All right.
And when we get super close, like a minute away, I'm just gonna give Mortis some guidance.
Okay. So you guys start racing towards the thing. Sephron downs the elixir of flight. It definitely looks like the jump is a little over 60 feet, so there will need to be rolls done for this. So I need Kronder and Mortis to roll dexterity checks for the
Oh shit!
Devil's Ride.
But is it? Oh,
Plus
it's
guidance.
with the. It's with
Yeah,
the.
+4.
Plus a D4 for Mortis. I got a 22.
Okay. Kroner, you just land on the other side of the river Styx. Just bare, the back wheel kind of dips into the river, but you pull the bike out and it rolls forward.
There's like some truly maniacal laughter.
14.
14.
Nope.
Okay. 14 is a fail, and the Devil's Ride starts plunging towards the river Styx. It's not
Am
going to make
I
the jump. It's about half. It gets about
able
halfway across the jump.
To cast, what is it? It's wall of stone underneath us to make like something for us to land on.
Interesting.
Does it have to be on a surface, or can you do it in the air?
It just as a point you choose within range. It's 6 inches thick, 10 foot by 10 foot panels. Each panel must be contiguous. Why not just say continuous? Anyways, with at least one other panel.
Okay.
And if the wall cuts through a creature space, blah 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 blah. So just like ground, like
Okay.
the bank to where we're gonna land, just like a ramp.
Okay, so you're at this point you're landing into like the middle of the river Styx, and you make this wall with a ramp. You hit the wall, you kind of land, lose a decent amount of your momentum from the fall. So I need another check to see if you can get to the bank from that little that drop. So another dexterity check, Mortis.
I was thinking like
what?
Making a ramp from where we were gonna land, kind of like a
landing ramp.
Yeah, like a landing ramp, so it would attach to the banks.
From where you are, I don't think there'd be enough length of wall. It's because you said it's 10 feet, right?
10 foot by 10 foot panels.
Oh, 10.
So it's 100 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you create this wall, it splashes into the river Styx, and you just land on it, and some of the river Styx kind of splashes up, but everyone's lucky and it doesn't splash on them. And you drive across this stone wall you just made and get to the other side.
Good, because that roll would have been very bad.
So
I was also prepared to intervene.
So you guys are now on the other side of the river Styx, having jumped the banks over.
Mortis comes to like a screeching halt, and he's just looking around for a second. He's like, "This place is really doing not good for me. Really not good for me."
Gets off the bike and just like immediately throws up.
Meanwhile, Crunder's like laughing maniacally and like looks back to Stafford to be like, I think we're really starting to get the hang of this place.
Yes, sure.
I really don't like this place.
I hate everything here so much.
Well, that was a waste of a potion, but it's fine.
You should have had more faith.
I should have. So towards the crypt, let's speak to Olanthius.
Yeah.
Back on the bike and away we go.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are driving in for the first half hour.
Gonna blast off.
All right.
Like Team Rocket after getting shocked by Pikachu.
Yeah, blasting up for the speed of light.
For the first half hour of this trek, swirling clouds of dust envelop both of the vehicles, and you're all blinded by this dust.
Not this again.
You're just sand getting in your eyes, and then you kind of exit out of the dust and keep driving. And as you clear the dust, it's about a half hour of just this dust. That's fun. As you come out of the dust, the driver's kind of like Mortis and
Crowder.
Natural pillars of rock are kind of just out and about.
Boot in a boot.
And you can easily kind of just drive in between these pillars. You get the idea these pillars are made for cover for your vehicle. Kind of like you can use these pillars as like natural like protection from other chasing machines. You drive through the rock pillars. It kind of cuts your time down, not down, but like kind of increases the time it takes to travel by a bit to move through all these. And for and anyone not driving can get another short rest if they'd like. So that's Sephron and Salen. And you guys keep driving for the last leg of your trip, and the last leg of your trip, nothing happens whatsoever.
This is where we're blowing all our rolls right here.
And you pull up to the crypt, and you can see the two gorgons that were used as like this strange chariot before for Olanthius are still parked outside. And Olanthius is still deep inside somewhere.
I guess we should go let him know we're back.
Yeah, we should.
And the Devil's Rides have 6 hours of fuel remaining.
Oh, nice.
Oh wait, they'd have less actually. They'd have 5, which you can now track on the extras in D&D Beyond. So that's cool. Sephron gets off the bike, goes, well, do we go to Olanthius?
Yes.
Probably a good idea.
Alright. And Sephron just said, well, it's safe now, I think, so we should be okay. And she starts walking into the crypt.
That's very bold.
Yeah, I don't know about safe, but we're not splitting up, so I'm a follow.
Off we go.
Okay. And eventually, again, for the sake of time, you guys have cleared this place. It's relatively safe.
Sweet.
You can find Olanthius in his personal quarters, kind of sitting there going through his notes, and he's like, how did it go? Did you free Kostchtchie?
It
Yep.
was remarkably easy, actually.
That wasn't that
Oh,
hard.
wonderful. I guess a promise is a promise then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he kind of walks over to you all and says, you have a map? May I see it?
Mortis is gonna pull the map out.
Okay. And he kind of points to on the map. So on roll 20, he's pointing to right in here on the map. Kind of in between Old Drax's grave and the wrecked flying fortress. Points there and says that is the location of the Bleeding Citadel. Yeah. You can't miss it. It looks like a giant scab on the ground.
Gross.
Yeah.
The Citadel's
Scab,
inside
bro,
of it.
yeah.
So what? We just walk in and it'll be super easy and chill.
Well, I wouldn't say easy.
Would you say chill?
Would you?
No.
No.
The Sword of Zariel lies in a cathedral inside, and this plane abhors the structure and surrounded the chapel with a bloody scab, hence the name, the Bleeding Citadel. You have to climb into the scab itself.
Ugh.
And from what I can imagine, it's going to be filled with blood and demons and other creatures.
Great.
So you might want to rest up here for a bit before heading out.
That's a good idea.
Sounds like a great plan.
And don't worry, I can watch over all of you. It's fine.
Great.
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
And he just kind of sits
And
down
I
back at his
will not
desk.
cast my hut.
All right. And anyone doing anything specifically before their little long rest?
No.
No.
So
Okay, everyone can get the benefits of a long rest then.
Ah,
After this long rest, Lulu now has access to everything but her raised dead.
cool.
Yes.
I can manage my spells, but if we want to keep things moving, I can figure them out later.
And Atlantis is like, how'd you all sleep? Was it good? Fine.
It was lovely, thank you.
Oh, excellent. So yes, gave you the location of the Bleeding Citadel. Should you need me at any time in the future, I will be there to help you fight Zariel.
Wow.
Great.
Oh, Kostchtchie said something about his hammer, and I think he went off to go look for it.
Most likely she would have confiscated it from him when she imprisoned him in there.
Yeah, we weren't about to go find that for him.
Understandable, it's probably with Zariel.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed he doesn't die or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Okay, we should probably head to the Bleeding Citadel.
We should go there and muck about in a scab in hell.
hopefully not die.
I'm sure you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
I've got an abyssal chicken.
Oh yeah. Condor, does your chicken have a name?
Nope.
You should really name it something.
No. You see, it has its own name, but it hasn't decided what to tell me it yet. So I'm not gonna go ahead and name it for it, because it's not actually an abyssal chicken. It's
I do.
it's a fiendish spirit.
Hmm.
It just takes the shape of a chicken right now.
It's a chicken.
Yeah.
Weird. Let's go.
I appreciate it.
Well, best of luck to you all.
We've just been being like, so look at this little chicken for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually changed my mind. There was one thing I wanted to do before the long
Sure.
rest.
Totally.
Oh, cool.
I wanted to just like go off into like my own little corner and like write a letter.
Okay.
And then after our long rest, I'm going to give that letter to my little chicken.
Aw.
And then while he's holding it, I'm going to snap him back to wherever he goes.
Okay. Disappears.
Okay, great. Let's go.
All right. So you guys leave the Crypt of the Hellriders and eventually get back to your motorcycles, which now the Devil's Rides now no longer have any fuel. They're back to being inert.
That makes sense.
So does anybody have any soul coins?
You know I haven't been carrying them.
Sephron has some, I believe.
I thought you were carrying them.
I have 14 soul coins.
How the fuck do you have so many soul coins?
I don't know. That's what I see in my notes.
We've been giving them all to her because she's the only one that can touch them, apparently.
That's not true. I am carrying a lot of the soul coins also. I just thought she was the one who gave over most of her soul coins for the thing for Mad Maggie.
Oh, that's right, yeah. I don't remember how many that was, but...
it cost us 15. I gave one over and she was supposed to pay
That's
the
right,
amount.
so she has no more soul coins.
Oof.
All right, I guess I will use my soul coins.
Okay. So you put 2 soul coins into the 2 infernal machines, and they get powered for 24 hours.
I'm not happy about it. I'm grumbling as I'm doing it.
All right, so you put the 2 coins in, grumbling, and as the coins go into the slots on the both of these Devil's Rides, the souls just let out a terrifying, blood-curdling scream as their souls are digested by the bikes.
Oh, I hate how I'm not scared of this anymore. It's just like noise now, you know?
Yeah.
So who's driving today?
I drove yesterday. I don't want to drive.
All right, and Sephron climbs onto one of them.
Yeah, I'm good to drive in case we need to make any dex saves.
All right.
Probably better than me. Mortis is gonna climb on the back.
Of which one, Salen's or Kronder's? Or
Salen's.
Sephron's. Right. Looks like you're with me, Kronda.
Yeah, the 2 nerds.
Yes, nerds.
Nerds.
I did study in Candlekeep, so
I've studied so many places.
like where?
I studied once for 15 minutes, and it was the worst 15 minutes.
You know, you'd be a lot more powerful if you studied some.
And as you're all kind of talking, Sephron kind of does a little like snicker and revs when no one's expecting it and starts driving off towards the Bleeding Citadel.
You know,
Starts
kid.
Cackling again.
You know, Salen, they're not wrong. A bit of studying is very good for you.
No, when they say study, they mean books and stuff. I study by communing with everything around us.
I mean, that sounds just as crazy as the shit that Chromder does, so hey, whatever works for you. Shall we go?
That wall of stone worked pretty great.
It works fantastic, and we are not dead. Thank you very much.
That did not come from a book.
And
Boom.
all right, as Sephron's definitely like their bike is definitely farther ahead.
Yeah.
Because it has 120 feet of movement, so it's about 120 feet ahead of you guys. Say.
Cool.
And as they're driving, Sephron's like, "Watch this, Kronda. Hold on," and she's gonna try to pop a wheelie.
Yeah.
Which she does, just lifts the bike up, and it goes about the next 120 feet just as a wheelie, and then lands the bike. What about the bike in the back? You guys doing any fun tricks?
I'll probably just dash to catch up.
Okay, so that is 240 feet of movement. So you're just like you just push all into this bike, and you just start speeding towards them. And it takes less than half an hour to get here. And as you guys are approached, so nothing happens. But as you guys start driving towards this, you see a great, disgusting scab, the size of a large hill, that rises up from a stinking swamp of blood. The domed top of an alabaster temple pokes through the scab, and many black iron chains of Avernus converge on the building, attaching within the grotesque mound. And as you're all approaching, you can hear Lulu kind of say, I think one day that scab's gonna cover the entire structure, and if that happens, I think the Sword of Zariel's gonna be lost forever here.
Well, it's a
Also,
good thing you're here now.
yeah, and if my memory
Yeah.
serves me right, the only entrance into the Citadel is covered by the lower portion of that scab. And
Is anyone getting a craving for some Kostchtchie cactus juice?
The quenchiest.
And as you guys get closer, the scab looks like it's about 300 feet high. The lower 100 feet of this scab looks like it's about as hard as rock, like it's just solidified scab. And the upper 200 feet of the scab is newer, softer growth, covered in just weeping wounds. And it looks like that part of the scab is like very soft and spongy and weak.
I wonder what would happen if we hit that with some necrotic magic.
I don't know.
There's only one way to find out.
Do you have
Mortis is
any
gonna.
I have the cantrip, so you don't have to waste anything.
So yeah, the upper 200 feet is all the soft stuff.
All right, you first then.
Alright.
And the bikes start like rolling through the blood swamp because
Hmm.
you have to drive through the blood swamp to get close.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
And blood's just like churning and spitting up. It's putrid smelling, rotting blood almost. Some of it's congealed when it spits up.
Yum.
Mortis is weirdly unfazed by it.
As soon as we're close enough or like within range, I'm gonna try to chill touch.
All right. Make an attack roll on the upper, on the upper portion of the thing. That's about 200 feet up.
Whatever the soft bit is that Mortis
Yeah.
is talking about.
It's all around the scab, so 100. It's 300 feet high, so it's relatively wide as well. But it's 200 feet up, so you can easily do a chill touch on the softer growth.
It's cocked. That is also cocked. Okay, 18.
18 definitely hits the soft, mushy scab. About a 5-foot portion of the scab is where the chill touch slams into, of like 300 feet wide scab.
9 points of necrotic damage.
9 points of necrotic damage. You almost break through it. You get the idea you need like one more little hit point of damage. But even damaging it, reeking blood just starts to flow from that wound that you just hit. Just
Hey,
like a geyser of blood just spurting out in your direction.
Yikes. Does anybody have the water breathing spell?
No.
Because I don't.
No,
No, I don't.
can just be a shark, so.
Well, it's also blood.
I mean, blood is liquid. It's like, what, 90% water with like 10% iron?
I guess.
I could turn into a wave. Whoosh.
I think we might have to go through the top where the chains are going into the top.
Mm.
Kind of looks like there might be a hole up there, but that's like 200. That's 300 feet up.
Oh, goodness.
And we'd have to
That's really not the biggest issue.
But it looks like you guys could climb the chains or try to climb the scab.
Ugh. How do we feel about
All right,
climbing
is
some chains?
I'm not
How much
tiny,
rope?
I'm a little old man.
You can,
Climbing
How
is
much
not my
rope do we
specialty.
have?
you can get. I'm not exactly strong either. We don't want to waste all of our spells, getting in.
Yeah.
No.
Try driving up the chains. No, that's not a good idea.
I mean,
If
I
we have
like it.
If we have some rope and someone who can shift into an animal that can fly, We can fly the one end of the rope up and climb up.
But we still have to climb. Climbing the chains would
You
be
still have to
the
climb.
same kinds of thing.
Yeah, how big are the chains? Are they like
300 feet long. So they jut out of the ground of Avernus and go into a scab. But you get the idea. It'd be like single file on these chains.
Okay, so we'd kind of have to like rappel almost with them, or are they like huge?
They're huge chains.
Okay.
So you'd be climbing. They're like relatively the same size as the chains you guys could have climbed down from Elturel, but instead everyone decided just to jump.
And it
worked out great.
Fine.
So
resulted in 2 character deaths, but
yeah, relatively, it's like the same thickness and color of these chains, the black iron. I mean, I don't know.
I don't super want to waste higher level magic.
No.
And I'm not exactly strong, so I can't exactly pull myself up these chains.
Mortis is totally like flexing at that. He's totally ready to climb the chains.
Okay, so Mortis, you can carry one of us. Salen, how strong are you?
Oh wait, was that a real question?
Yes.
Not.
Neither am I. I have
all.
Sephron has 8 strength.
I mean, if it was a question of being, Salen has 12. That's better.
Condra has a 10.
If it was a question of being, dexterous or nimble, I could climb out these chains no problem.
All strength, because you have to pull your weight up.
Should Lulu just transform into her giant mammoth form to take us up? Because I also don't want to waste that.
I could, but it might be helpful later.
It might be helpful later, and it would be really conspicuous, is the other thing.
Giant mammoth, just...
Yeah.
Okay. I can get me and one other person up with fly. Nope, I lied. I can only do me. I can only commit to me.
So we're most likely climbing then. It looks
like.
I mean, some of us anyway.
I mean,
if it's fly, you should take it.
I mean, it's less climbing than the pit was, by about 200 feet. So, if anyone falls, at least there'll be other people behind them or around to kind of catch them if they fall.
Yeah.
Mortis is gonna snap his fingers together. Yeah, we should totally tie ourselves together, because that would actually might stop us all from falling.
Unless you fall.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us have. Well, if we all work together, we could probably pull Mortis up.
Probably.
Mm-mm. Are you calling me fat?
No, you're just wearing a lot of armor.
You're wearing like armor that weighs more than me.
And we're not exactly the strongest of the group.
That's fair enough. I will admit to that.
So we tie each other up with rope and we climb the chains. I guess.
I could also turn into a giant snake and just
slither on up.
Yeah.
How big is a giant snake? Can we all sit on you?
Like huge. So I don't know if everyone could.
I'm very little.
You are. It's true.
What about turning into that giant dinosaur thing and carrying us up?
Yeah, I could. I would be really dumb if I did that.
Don't you maintain your mental abilities while you're in your wild shape?
It would be a spell though. It wouldn't be.
You would have to use the polymorph spell. Yeah, you would be pretty dumb.
So
because I've never actually seen one of those, and I can only wild shape into stuff I'm like familiar with.
So you should polymorph one of us into one of those soon so that you could study it.
Yeah, I should.
You had an idea?
My idea was just to climb with, and then Mortis said ropes. Any ideas, Kronder?
I can fly.
Well, I have 50 feet of hempen rope, if we don't want to waste any abilities or spells.
I have 50 feet of rope as well.
All right, yeah, let's climb, and we have some options if stuff goes sideways.
So,
All right, I'll try climbing, and then if I don't do it very well, I'll just start flying.
so are we gonna tie, we're not gonna tie Kronder up with us?
Nope.
Alright. Kronder, you're gonna start climbing one of the chains?
Yeah, I'll go first.
I need an athletics check.
Okay.
You start, like, making up your way up this jagged iron chain.
Plus nothing. 8.
8. You get about 4 feet up, and you just don't have the strength to pull your little old man body up, and you kind of just drop back onto the ground.
Okay, you guys, it's really not gonna work out for me.
Alright. So,
Alright.
I guess you're flying up?
I'm gonna fly up.
Okay, yep.
Sephirin, like, takes her 50 feet of hempen rope out. Mortis, we should tie our ropes together. I think 100 feet of rope? I don't know.
We don't want to
Damon
be
is-
too far. Just
True.
50 feet should be fine.
Alright, and she starts tying some of the rope around her waist, ties it into a knot, and then gives the rope to Salen and Mortis to tie off to themselves.
Mortis ties himself off, and he just starts packing his weapons onto his back. He's just got like a bunch of weapons on his back and his shield over top of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tie myself off and start climbing and
Okay, so Salen's climbing first.
give myself some guidance.
Okay.
Mortis is
I think
behind
Sephirin
her.
can do that too, actually.
Yeah.
No, she cannot.
Oh, no. Ow. 12.
12.
Fuck.
You go to start climbing, and you just kind of can't pull your weight up. You don't get high enough up. Maybe Mortis should go first to kind of start it. He can be like the anchor.
Mortis is going to go to the wall, and he got a 15.
So are you climbing up the scab or one of the chains?
One of the chains.
Okay, so Mortis, you just
Yeah.
succeeded on the DC, so you start climbing
Nah.
up. And it's half movement, so you're climbing up, I believe, 15 feet.
At least you're not at -4 anymore.
Yes, you're at -3 to all rolls. So did you -3 to that
Oh
roll?
shit. That would be a 12 then.
All right, so Mortis, you feel like just exhausted from being recently resurrected, and you also don't make it up.
I really hate this place so much.
Okay, so I'll try next. 7 minus 1. Nope, I can't do it. I guess Lulu might have to turn into a mammoth.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna use a wild shape.
Okay, what are you turning into?
I'm gonna turn into a giant constrictor snake.
Okay, Sephirin. So the rope just kind of wraps around you. So
Yeah.
at least if they fall off the snake, they're still tethered to you.
Yeah.
So Sephirin will like climb on top of the giant snake. Come on, Mortis. I think this is our ride up.
Mortis.
Okay, well,
will
I'm not
climb.
It's
gonna
like
waste this spell if I can get
Right.
on a snake.
Red, like snake.
And
It's very cool.
did Kroner cast fly on himself yet?
Not yet. He was gonna wait until they were halfway up before he
Okay.
decided
Well,
to.
now there's a
Oh.
giant constrictor snake.
And I'm gonna get on the snake.
All right, so everyone is on the giant constrictor. Sephirin hands you a bit of rope to tie yourself off of, just in case something happens.
I will do that.
All right. And what's the snake's climbing speed?
Doesn't have a climbing speed. It has swift speed.
Oh,
But it does have a strength of 19.
okay. Well, the snake will have to make strength checks then. Because
Yeah,
it does
I
not have a
don't-
climbing speed.
Anything that like big enough to carry everyone that has a climbing speed. So.
Okay, so yeah, as the snake starts to slither up the chains, I need an athletics check. So strength check. For
Natural 20.
All right. What's the snake's speed?
24. That's gonna be 30 feet.
So it can climb 15 feet because it counts as difficult terrain. So
Sweet.
the snake starts to slither up the chain, and Sephirin's just kind of holding on as tight as possible. What's everybody else kind of thinking as the snake is just slowly slithering up the chain? It gets about 15 feet up off the ground at this point.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm gonna cast fly on the snake.
So Kroner like pats the side of the snake and Salen, you now have a fly. You have 60 feet, or is it 80?
It's 60 feet.
So Salen, you have 60 feet of flying speed as a giant snake.
Metal.
This makes so much more sense.
Yeah. Yeah,
Very
I think we
Aztec of
doing this
us.
before.
And if anyone falls off, there's gonna be dangling from the bottom of the snake on a rope.
And it's gonna
Yeah.
look so goofy.
Yeah. All right.
Just gonna like kind of look over my snake shoulder and give Kroner a little nod and start like probably hugging pretty close to the scab, just
Okay.
to not be too conspicuous as a giant snake.
All right.
Mortis
It's
So
a giant
holding on
snake
very
in hell,
tightly.
Yeah.
so like
Sephron's even
feel like
holding on
that's
tightly. And yeah, you use your movement. You can use your movement and everything. And eventually, you get to the top of the scab, and looking down, you see a 20-foot radius hole in the top of the scab. It's a circular gaping wound near the top of the scab that forms a tunnel that descends into darkness. And you get an idea. The snake will not fit through that with everyone on it, so you'll have to drop Wild Shape to go in. But you do still have fly cast on yourself. But it also looks like there are no light sources inside the scab currently.
I have superior dark vision up to 120 feet.
Excellent. And Sephron
Mortis
dark
has
vision.
60 feet of dark vision.
yeah, I just have regular dark vision.
All right, so everyone can actually see inside the tunnel. It's just a scabby, blood-filled, not blood-filled, but like a scabby, 10-foot wide tunnel.
Cool.
Pretty
And
impressed.
you get the idea that, 10 feet wide, and the ceilings are so low that anyone who is not a small creature might have to crawl through some of these tunnels.
Oh, I'm the perfect size for this.
So Kroner's going to be the only one who can just walk through perfectly fine without having to crawl through scab. And Sephron's kind of looks down on the scab and goes, "Well, this is going to be quite disgusting, I think."
Yeah.
Is Salen still a snake, or did she drop Wild Shape?
I will drop Wild Shape when we get to the top.
All right, so you're at the top.
I'm just kind of like floating.
All right.
Before we go in, I'll take the 10 minutes to ritually cast telepathic bond.
Okay.
Fucking love being a wizard.
With being
I love
giant snake.
telepathic spells in the Nine Hells. For just for no reason.
For no reason
Oh
whatsoever.
no.
And Sephron's like, "So, anyone ever been in a scab before?"
I was a scab once.
Nope.
No.
All right, who's going
Those
in
miners
first?
were pissed.
I think I have the best vision, so like I could go.
Yeah, Kroner should definitely go first. The wizard. Yes.
Yeah.
But I
Yes.
Fun.
Yes,
don't
we're
think-
gonna
But I don't super want to.
let's put our squishiest person out in front.
Yes. Unarmored in front. That's what they say.
I've got my mage armor on.
What's your how strong are you with your mage armor? What's your AC with your mage armor?
A solid 14.
Ooh,
Not too
That's- just my armor class.
Plus I have shield, which jumps
Um,
me up to a 19.
bad. Mine is 17. I have a shield on me.
Well, aren't we fancy?
Mine is 19, and then with shield I go up to shield of faith I go up to 21.
So Mortis should probably
Nice.
go first.
Mortis
does
should go
sound
first.
correct.
Maybe Kroner
Um,
second, because
I
Kroner has the best
can-
vision.
Also make a little
Yeah.
lantern if we want.
Lulu can also cast light on
Oh,
like
yeah.
Mortis's shield or something.
That's a good idea,
Yeah.
actually.
Or like even just on something smaller that we can like cover up with a rag or something just in case we have
Mm.
to.
Yes.
Even smarter.
You know, I am really good at sneaking out of my parents' house.
That's exciting.
I mean, it used to be. Now it seems kind of lame. After everything.
Yeah, I mean comparatively, huh?
Yeah, you know, before it was like, anyways, let's go
Yeah.
into the sky.
I wonder if, and before he casts Shield of Faith, Mortis is gonna cast Locate Object for the Sword of Zariel.
Okay.
It's up to 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. Okay.
He can tell the
Yes.
direction.
You do not have any sense of it currently. So you get the idea. It's probably beyond 1,000 feet away.
Oof.
I can't feel the sword yet. I really don't like that.
I'll give my dagger to Lulu to cast light on, and then pass it to Mortis. And then
Okay.
he can just like hide it under his cloak when he wants to like put it dark.
Okay. All right. So, get going, Mortis.
Forward march and all that.
Mortis is gonna put up his shield, raise his shield of faith, and he is moving forward.
All right.
Thunder will be a step behind.
All right. So you guys start walking down into the scab tunnel. It's kind of slippery, so you slide a little bit, almost like it's a wet scab slide. And the ceilings here are about 15, or sorry, the ceilings here are 10 feet tall. So they're enough for everyone kind of to stand. And as you're walking down into the scab, and because I don't have the scab map prepared on Roll20,
Scab.
it's a very confusing map, and I'm very excited to go for it next week. But it's not a top-down map; it's a side view map to show how just weird these tunnels are. So I think that's where I'm going to end it for the week. You guys leveled up to level 10, so it makes sense to kind of end
So
it there.
exciting.
Just so we're not going into a new area with Sephron at level 9.
Makes sense.
So thanks for watching, everybody. It was a little bit shorter than usual, I think. Maybe not by too much.
Not by
But,
much.
Yeah.
We're usually down by 1, so.
So, we'll be back here next Sunday for the
Yay.
continuation of Descent into Avernus as the party enter the Bleeding Citadel. Basically, a giant bleeding scab. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, thanks for watching, everybody. And I hope everyone out there in the United States right now is staying super safe. So, and good on y'all for doing good stuff out there. So, good night, everybody. We'll see you all later. Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Hey.